Hi, guys. Welcome to Para Women Radio. I'm Amy. Gypsy Rose has been making headlines recently with their split from her annoying husband, Ryan, which has left fans wondering what went wrong in their relationship because, the D was fire, right? But despite the breakup, Gypsy has been trying to give back to the community by donating to Habitat for Humanity, the organization that built her a house, showing that she is focused on helping others during this difficult time. Meanwhile, fans are also curious about what Fancy, Gypsy's close nemesis, has been up to lately. Fancy has always reported Gypsy's life, so it'll be interesting to see what she has to say about the recent changes in Gypsy's life. And of course, everyone is eager to know what Ryan, Gypsy's former love interest, is doing these days. With all the drama surrounding Gypsy and her relationship, what are his future plans? And will Gypsy be spilling the Gypsy Rose tea? Overall, it seems like there's never a dull moment in Gypsy's life. And I think that's how she likes it. So stay tuned for this and more on this episode of Para Women Radio. Before we get started, I want to thank our members. Jen and Miss Murda, aka Tink. Thank you so much. Jen, you slipped in during a very emotional live that I did, and I missed you, and I'm so sorry, Jen. I'm so happy to have you with the Para Women Radio family members. And also, thank you, Miss Murdoch, for continuing to be a member. And as we get started, I want to ask you if we could start an algorithm dance party, get your little fingers warmed up. Hit the little subscribe and the heart buttons like nobody's watching, but really the algorithm is always watching. It's just a free way to help my channel out, and it's really appreciated. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Okay, so let's get into this with the Gypsy Rose and what she's been up to. Let me get my screen ready. Hello, Dispatch Crystal. Also, I want to make sure that you're hearing me because you didn't hear me last. I had mic problems. Yes. But of course, in the beginning, it didn't work, my mic. So, okay, that's okay. So let's get into this. Let me add this to my stage and get ready. I want to thank everybody for being so that's me. I was checking my audio to make sure it's right. I want to thank everyone for being so kind during my very emotional live a few days ago. I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want to talk about that person anymore, but I just want to say thank you so much for being so understanding and so supportive. That means the world to me. You guys mean the world to me. And I'm always going to be transparent with you. What I know, you'll know. Okay. All right, here we go.
As Gypsy
before we get started, as we probably all know, Gypsy has put out, this happened a few days ago. It happened during what I was going through, and I wanted to talk about it, but I just couldn't talk about anything. So I know I'm a little bit behind, but I still want to talk about it. So this was Gypsy has decided to split from Ryan, and here is the announcement.
Rose Blanchard celebrates.
As always, Junie, you can't tell mommy to stop it. I know when he says stop it, that means that it's too loud and he wants the sound down. So if he keeps saying it, I'll just put him in the other room. But you know what's funny, Junie, is they all defend you. Your cute little beak. You know that? Also, I have a little dog, a little chihuahua named Maybelline. She's running a fever today. If you're in the business of sending love, prayers, energy, anything like that, if you could send it towards my little girl. I really don't have money to take her to the vet, especially with what's happened. I mean, I need to make money, and I need to stop collabing with problematic people so I can keep my money. But yeah, if you could send some love her way, she needs it. So here we go. Gypsy Rose has announced that she's separated from her husband. This is Parawoman Radio, and I'm Amy. Please give this live a thumbs up. Helps us go out into the algorithm. It's just a free way to help my channel out, and it's really appreciated.
Celebrates her newfound freedom following her prison release on December 28th. Supporters are increasingly interested in her romantic life. The 32-year-old has found a lifelong partner in husband Ryan Anderson.
Oh,
Here's everything.
sorry, this is the wrong one. It's this one I wanted to show you.
Rose Blanchard and her husband, Ryan Scott Anderson. On March 28th, the 32-year-old announces in a private Facebook post obtained by People that she and her husband of more than a year have separated, just 3 months after she was released from prison. Gypsy Rose writes in the post, quote, "People have been asking what is going on in my life. Unfortunately, my husband and I are going through a separation, and I moved in with my parents."
Do you find it interesting that she said separation and not divorce? I think that's telling. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Dispatch Crystal, or I'm just going to call you Crystal if that's okay. Crystal, thank you so much. That is so appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me put a little star. Wait. Is it up there? Yeah, it's up there. Okay, here we go. I'm still learning all of this. So, and I'm one of those people that talks out loud while I'm doing stuff. So here we go.
Parents' home down the bayou. She continues, "I have the support of my family and friends to help guide me through this. I am learning to listen to my heart. Right now, I need time to let myself find who I am." Gypsy Rose and Ryan tied the knot.
I
in a jailhouse
100%.
ceremony.
I couldn't agree more with her. Right now, she truly needs to find who she is, because I don't think she's ever known who she is. And that's okay. You know, I'm finding out who I am. I pretty much know who I am though. But I'm relearning who I am. And you know, you can learn who you are at any age, right? But you know what I find so special is that parents are teaching kids who they are at an earlier age, and the empathy that they're showing is just amazing to me. But anyway, I think you can learn this at any age, and I'm so happy she's learning it now.
In July of 2022.
And I don't know, I like that ring because it's a kind of a deco ring and it's big and gaudy. I like things that are like in your face. I'm not a subtle person at all.
Breakup news comes 3 months after Gypsy Rose was released from a correctional center in Missouri after serving more than 8 years in prison, 85% of her 10-year prison sentence, for plotting to murder her mother, Dee Dee Blanchard, with her boyfriend at the time, Nicholas Gojon. Following her prison release, the 32-year-old went on a media tour to promote Lifetime's docuseries, The Prison Confessions of Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
I do wonder what's going to happen on the Lifetime thing. Are they going to show us all this? And is Gypsy going to be like, are we going to truly see what it's like now for her going solo and learning? And it will be interesting to see what of the stuff that she was doing was Ryan encouraging. And she's already said that he was overbearing, like her mother, but like what else is going to be said? What do you guys think? Do you think that they're both gonna spill the tea, or one's gonna spill the tea and then the other's gonna spill the tea? People are really piling on Ryan right now. I still think he's creepy. I don't feel sorry for him. I think it's weird that an adult special eds teacher thought a girl who was pretending to be special ed, looked special ed, was cute and hot. I don't get that. Oops, Junie, you can't be on the microphone, Papa. Do you want to say hi? Can you say unique New York? He likes to do my warm-ups with me, and so he says unique New York. And I do how many woodchucks? Could a woodchuck chuck? So he goes woodchucks, woodchucks, woodchucks. He's my little baby. Okay, so I don't even remember what I was saying, but yeah, people are piling on Ryan, so it said.
Gypsy opens up about her relationship with Ryan during her January 5th appearance on The View.
I have a question. You met your now husband, Ryan, who's in our audience, Ryan Anderson, when he wrote to you in prison. And you got married in 2022, and he's here, as I said. What has this relationship meant to both of you? Because I understand you're a teacher.
Correct. I'm a special ed teacher.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. What does it mean?
It's, Ryan and I, we've known each other for 3 years now. And we've been married for 1.5 years. And he's so genuine. He's from Louisiana as well. And let me tell you, he is an amazing cook. I say that's 25% of why I married him.
A good cook would be a nice attribute to have in a partner.
Terrible. Not happy about it.
And Ryan, who is in the audience of the daytime talk show, also discusses the way in which he initially reached out to Gypsy while she was in prison.
By the way, did you reach out to Gypsy Rose in the first place?
I used to work in a hospital before I was a teacher, and COVID had happened, and our clientele dropped so fast. And a popular show was out, Tiger King and my friend. We were just sitting there bored. And she said she wanted to write him, and I said, just.
Are you guys interested in the Tiger King at all? I've met a creator that is working on trying to get him a fair trial. Would you be interested in meeting her and me interviewing her? Just curious. She's actually someone that the person that I did the live on few days ago, he is harassing her, so we could talk about that too.
Okay, fine, write him, and I'll write Gypsy Rose Blanchard. We'll do it together. And never thinking that she would one day be my wife. So it was kind of amazing how it happened.
Wow. And what happened with your friend and Tiger King?
She actually didn't do it. She chickened out. But
okay, great, Mary Beth.
I saw Mommy Dead and Dearest, her HBO documentary 3 years before, and then I rewatched it when COVID hit, and I thought she was beautiful and loved her story. And the first page of my letter was telling her what her story meant to me, and then I ended it with, "It's not fair that everybody knows so much about you."
What did her story mean to him? I wonder. Like, what did it mean to him? I don't know.
You know nothing about anybody else. So the second page, I just let her have it about me. And then at the very end, I said, "I'd love to talk to you more if possible. If not, have a great life. Here's my email." Then about a week later, she emailed me.
It's like I'm sus of everybody right now. Everyone that's emailing me about the situation. I'm like, how do I know it's you? Who are you? I need to see something. I swear I will be vetting everybody from now on. But so I wanted to watch this. This was just kind of saying who he was even.
On December 28th, supporters are increasingly interested in her romantic life. The 32-year-old has found a lifelong partner in husband Ryan Anderson. Here's everything we know about their love story, starting with how they met. Ryan, according to People, is a middle school special education teacher. In his Instagram bio, he says, "I'm from Louisiana. I'm married to the most wonderful, most beautiful woman in the world, Gypsy Rose Blanchard." Turns out Ryan had watched the 2017 documentary Mommy Dead and Dearest, which chronicled Gypsy's story and the 2015 death of her mother, Dee Dee Blanchard. Gypsy, who served 7 years in prison for her role in the plot to kill her mom, testified that her mother medically abused her, claiming she is a victim of Munchausen by proxy. has said that after having watched Gypsy's HBO documentary, he decided to reach out to her while she was in prison. He told People that he made a pact with a friend who wanted to reach out to Tiger King star Joe Exotic, telling the publication, "I said, I'll tell you what, if you write him, I'll write Gypsy Rose Blanchard." By 2020, the two were emailing regularly, though Gypsy said the pandemic was hard on the couple, telling People, "Ryan has seen me through some really good times, some really hard times." 2 years later, the pair married in a July prison wedding ceremony, though are planning a bigger celebration now that Gypsy is free. When it comes to what Gypsy loves about her man, she tells People, "I would say that he is probably the most compassionate soul that I've ever met. Ryan is so patient with me because I could be a little bit of a lot to handle."
I don't like that. I used to say that too, that I was a lot to handle, but nobody's a lot to handle. You are just fine how you are. If the person has to handle you, then it's not the right person for you.
As far as if the couple wants to expand their family, the answer is yes. As Gypsy told People in December, "I'm going to have kids."
Also, if you have to be handled, then maybe you need to start working on yourself, because that's what I realized about myself, that I play a role in everything. Everything in my life boils down to me. It doesn't matter if somebody else does something. I take full responsibility. Everything is my responsibility that happens in my life, whether I want it to be or not. It just is. And it seems like Gypsy needs to kind of just handle her own self right now.
Day. In the short time she's been out of prison, Gypsy has already sent a message to her trolls who criticized the couple's relationship. She recently fired back in a response to Ryan's November 28th Instagram post, writing, "Ryan, don't listen to the haters. I love you and you love me. We do not owe anyone anything. Our family is who matters. If you get likes and good comments, great. If you get hate, then whatever, because they don't matter." She goes on to make a not safe for work comment about the pair's sex life,
Not
adding,
safe
"Because
for
they're
work.
jealous because you are rocking my world every night. Yeah, I said it. The D is fire. Happy wife, happy life." We'll learn more about Ryan soon, as he recently revealed he'll appear in Gypsy's upcoming Lifetime series, The Prison.
I don't know, you guys. I'm even more interested now in watching the series, just so I can see what is going on with them, because I find that very interesting. I thought they would separate, but I didn't think it would be so quick. Like, I gave it like a half a year or a year, but it's good that reports that when people were reporting that she was pregnant, that she's truly not pregnant. Let's pop over to Ryan's page. Here we go. This is Ryan's page on Instagram. Looks like, I don't know if he's posting privately. I don't know if you can post privately when your page is public on Instagram, but the last thing that he posted was about Pixie. And I guess Pixie was it a rabbit that she had as a child's name? So she renamed the dog something from childhood. And it says Pixie's new haircut. And then right underneath that, it says the D is fired. Consider yourself lucky. Go find someone better. You can do better than ALF. I don't know what that means. Dang, apparently the D wasn't fire. That seems to be a popular joke. She just made it too easy by saying that. Girl, what happened? I thought you were for lifers. My gosh, I wish people would just be kind and back off, staying in my own lane. Best wishes to you and Gypsy. Yeah, I don't really see like posting, because he's probably in pain, even though I find him very annoying. I'm sure he's going through some kind of pain, but I mean, he kind of set him up for that pain, didn't he? I don't know. So here's a news story about Ryan Anderson attacked online following Gypsy Rose Blanchard's split. D wasn't fire. After Gypsy Rose Blanchard announced her split from her husband, Ryan Anderson, fans are flooding his social media with comments specifically about his D. The ex-convict married Ryan in a prison wedding in July 2022, and now just 3 months after Gypsy Rose was released on parole, the two have split. And it's very interesting that they've been married for over 2 years. Earlier this week, Gypsy Rose Blanchard took to her private Facebook account to give an update on her life and to announce her separation from Ryan Anderson. People have been asking what is going on in my life. Unfortunately, my husband and I are going through a separation, and I moved in with my parents' home down by the bayou. I would love to live by the bayou. I've only been to New Orleans. It was before Hurricane Katrina, but I had a great time. Good food. She wrote in her statement, I have the support of my music. Oh, the music. I have the support of my family and friends to help guide me through this. I'm learning to listen to my heart. Right now, I need time to let myself find who I am. Exactly. Gypsy Rose Blanchard wanted a redo wedding. Before she was released in prison in December 2023, the 32-year-old said she planned to marry Ryan again after she got out. I can understand that too. We can plan on having a reception redo wedding with all of our family and our friends and the dress and the cake and everything because we deserve that. That's so funny. At my wedding, I didn't care about anything except the dress, the cake, and the flowers. I deserve that. He deserves that, she said. Our prison wedding was just something to where we can make our own vows to each other. I think it was just so Gypsy didn't have to go home to her parents or her dad and stepmom. It was something that meant something to us. And I think the party is kind of for everybody else and us, but mostly for everybody else. The couple met after Ryan watched we already know that. Shortly after Gypsy Rose was released from prison, people began attacking Ryan. Oh, and I will be putting the links to everything down in the description. We don't usually read or watch everything for fair play use. This is all my research, my opinions. I urge you to go out and do your own research. I in no way want you to go to anybody and send hate or bring hate to anybody. She said, now social media users are once again attacking Ryan, this time flooding his social media with comments such as I guess the D wasn't fire after all, and D, apparently the D wasn't fire. Another user said, she just fired the D, I see. Despite Gypsy Rose saying the two are separating, Ryan Anderson still has photos of him and her on the Instagram page, and his bio still reads, my name is Ryan Anderson. I'm from Louisiana. I'm married to the most... Does it? Did it? Let me look. No. Actually, no, that's not right. Right now it says Ryan Anderson. My name is Ryan Anderson. ... It's like he doesn't know who he is now. That's weird. No, I'm sorry. That's not weird. I got to stop saying things are weird when the whole world is weird right now. Like, or maybe it always was weird. And with the internet, we've just found how weird it really is. I think that's it, actually. Plus the internet, I think, is making everybody weird. Anyway, I could go down a rabbit hole just with my thoughts. So that's not true, but this was probably written right when it happened. The split isn't surprising for some, as they recall Gypsy admitting she had never lived with a man. So things escalated after she got out of prison as she moved in with Ryan immediately. I've never lived with a man, she said. At the time, I grew up with a mom, so I didn't even grow up with a dad in the house. So I'm like, I don't even know what it's like to live with a man. I think the only fear that I have is honestly just making sure that we have good conflict resolution, she added. See, that's not, she knew they had conflicts. Anyway, I'm I'm a very in the moment type of person, so I want to make sure if we have an argument, I want to clear it up in the moment, she continued, of her marriage. He is the opposite, where he has to sit on things and think about it and then come back a couple hours later and resolve it. Probably because he can't think of good responses at the time. Anyway, that's actually good. If one person is one way and the other person is the other way, then it's good to like meet in the middle. But that's a perfect world. Gypsy Rose Blanchard deletes her social media accounts, which she did not delete them. She just privated them. And probably with her being so bored. I saw a thing yesterday. They were questioning if she was even really split from him. Like, because she made all her social media private, they said, like, is she bored? Is she drumming up? Is this for the Lifetime series? We don't even know. The split comes shortly after Gypsy Rose declared her social media accounts deleted, which she didn't, and created new private ones. She didn't even create new private ones. Wasn't it just anyway? Leaving her 7.8 million followers shocked after ghosting her millions of followers on social media. Gypsy Rose released a public apology. Was it really an apology? Number one, to all the people that I offend with the lack of accountability. The first month or so that I was out of prison and the lack of accountability in my interviews, I'm sorry, she said, adding, I'm learning, I take accountability for my part, and I'm saying this right now. I'm taking accountability. I did a bad thing. I guess we'll see if she truly did take accountability, because it's just words until you put action into your apology. You know what I mean? I don't think like you have to accept every apology that's out there, or you can accept it, but it doesn't mean that you have to, I don't know, believe it. I think words speak louder. I mean, actions, words can speak really loud. Actions speak louder than words. Let's just see what they're saying down here. There is something wrong with any person who goes after a person in prison. Their self-esteem tells them they don't deserve a first-class citizen. Therapy for the rest of her life. What her mother did to her from infancy is barbaric. This girl did or does not have the healthy thought process, and her judgment will be questionable. Her mother made her sick, didn't want her to walk, pulled out all her teeth. It goes on and on. So sad. I didn't understand why the woman being viewed so positive. She unalived her mother, and that alone speaks to her character. Let's see if there's people defending her. The overall situation she was in was horrific. People felt sympathetic. I don't understand the fan base, though. Kind of where most people I see are. They're like, why? Why are we supporting her? Shouldn't she just go away and get to know herself and heal and, make amends quietly? You don't have to, like, announce to the world that you're donating to something. You just do it. But there's sometimes when you announce to the world, but mostly when you're just giving, it's just good to do it quietly. Anyway, the overall situation we don't know what the situation was, as let me clear this up. Her mother was not in trial for her own unaliving, which was what the defense achieved. Since that was the case, all the positive light shed on the trial was actually pretty sickening, because no burden of proof of any of the claim was required. Enough of these IDI oats. Well, I would say overall, probably these are not positive. I just think she needs to step away and heal. Let's take a peek and see what Gypsy is doing. Now, there's no check mark here, so I can't guarantee that this is Gypsy, but I'm pretty sure it is, because I seem to be following it somehow. But even if it's not, it has all the pictures that she's been posting on here. So not music. So it looks here like she is somewhere with her sister and her stepmother. Can I make this bigger? I didn't mean to like that. You guys, I don't understand TikTok, why you can't stop and start things. Anyway, that was just music. This is another one that has music in the background. It says Gypsy Rose Blanchard has openly shared her life with Lifetime and our cameras from the moment she was paroled. Her story, including her relationship with Ryan, will continue to unfold in Gypsy Rose life after lockup, debuting this June in Lifetime. So it's happening in June. I'm thinking I might try to do something where we watch it on the members side of this channel. Obviously we won't be saving it, but I would like to watch it with some of you if you guys are interested. Because I love watching things with other people and having, commenting and, like sometimes somebody will say something like in the comments that I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good point. But if you can do it like right on the spot, that would be even better. Here she is out eating brunch. She is bowling. So nothing really new. And then this is just a search I put into TikTok to see Gypsy Rose Blanchard announces split. Gypsy Rose Blanchard deletes Instagram. Not Gypsy Rose at the tattoo shop with her ex-man Ken. Ooh, let's watch that, you guys. What do you guys think about that? It's been rumored that she's been talking to her ex Ken and that she was following him on the TikTok, on the old TikTok. Do you think that Congress is going to pass it so that we can't be on TikTok anymore? It doesn't really bother me one way or another, but we could be worrying about more important things.
Y'all, allegedly, this is Gypsy and Ken, her ex-fiance.
Oh, snap. Look at that.
That was announcing separation of Gypsy Rose and her husband, Ryan. That's from March 29th, okay? In that article from March 29th, it says she confirmed on social media this week. March 29th was last week. So
am I that far behind on this?
Days ago, she let us know the fire was not so fire. And now she's at a tattoo shop with Ken, a man she was allegedly engaged to while she was in prison, before she was engaged to Ryan while she was in prison. Maybe they're just best friends. Maybe this is the first time they get to hang out and be friends.
Ken is who she wants to be with.
She's no longer married. She's just separated freshly. I just hope they didn't get like best friend tattoos together. I am very
Would that be something if he got Gypsy Rose?
Does anybody know that? I know Gypsy doesn't look like she's getting a tattoo right here, but just curious minds want to know. I think I have more empathy than most people want me to for Gypsy. I can't help that. I feel like she was under Dee Dee in a messed up situation, or Gypsy Rose. Y'all, allegedly, but there's just some stumbles, maybe,
I like that.
Just get to know you, Gypsy. Let me know your thoughts on her being
okay. Let's look over here in the comments.
If that is wrong and everybody's wrong,
shut that off. All I think of when I see her husband Ryan is Peter Griffin from Family Guy. Y'all act like you wouldn't be throwing that around if you was locked up that long. Just wanted to make sure you were seeing me. I had this moment where like, are they seeing me? This person says the tea is free. Woohoo! I added the woohoo. No, Gypsy, you should be at the club. She didn't get the chance to be a messy teenager like the rest of us. Let her get it out of her system. Yeah, but did she give up the right to be a messy teenager by unaliving her mother? I think she gave up a lot of stuff that she would have been due to her if she had done it a different way. But Let her live her life. She is learning what freedom is. Okay, tan is giving the girly got some sun. Either she got some sun or she did a spray tan. I think she's very close to her sister, and her sister seems to really be into fashion and influencer type stuff. I bet she saw the videos of people morphing Ryan's face into her. I thought that too. Like, if someone was morphing the person that I was with face into my mother and it was that close, I would have a hard time being with that person. I would like, if, yeah, I'd have a hard time. She's navigating life as someone who's never had freedom or been able to, she can do whatever, let her, oh, so there's still the lots of comments of leave Gypsy alone. Leave Gypsy alone. Let's see what else is being said. Let's see. This one says, we all agree Gypsy was the problem, right? No, we do not agree that Gypsy was the problem. I'm looking over in the comments. She was always the problem. The man stopped his life for her. He deserves better. She used him. Maybe they both deserve better, right? Went from the D is fired to being fired in 4 months. Yeah, he really didn't last. I will say that. Okay, let's move on. Oh, before we move on, I just do want to show you that I am over on TikTok. We have 602 followers, and it's taken forever to get there. It's not like I'm not really doing anything to try to get followers. I just post some of our stuff here. But a little hint, I do often post stuff here right away, and then I set the other stuff that comes over on YouTube. I will schedule that stuff. So sometimes I do release stuff over here sooner. And sometimes I release stuff over here trying to get a feel of what people like. But anyway, we are over here. Come see us if you're over on TikTok. Come say hi. And make sure to give this live a thumbs up. Helps us go out into the algorithm, bring more people back to the party. It's just a free way to help me out, and it's really appreciated. Moving right along, we're going to talk about Fancy from the Good Wives Network. Haven't really said much about her. I feel like she went crazy. I don't even know if she's over on TikTok anymore. Let me see really quick. If my mic is still. Sorry. Oh, God, that was a scrape. Sorry. All right, let's see if... Okay. Oh, well, actually, there's some stuff. There's some more stuff about Ryan. I'll show a little bit more about Ryan.
Wonderful, most beautiful woman in the world.
I was literally just on his page yesterday because sometimes I just fall a little too deep into this. But yesterday he had his profile picture of them two and then his like bio that has been his bio. But I just looked at it and it just says my name.
I don't understand what she's saying.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard and her husband, Ryan Anderson, are going through a separation. According to this Facebook post that is posted on Gypsy Rose Blanchard's verified Facebook,
I like conspiracy.
I am learning to listen to my heart. Right now,
Let's see if the Good Wives Network is still here. Because she was removed from TikTok and she was loving it over on TikTok. No, it looks like she's not back over on TikTok. Okay. Anyway, let's move on. She is still on Facebook. And I will show you. Here we go. So this is Fancy. She runs the Good Wives Network. She was working with Gypsy when she was in prison. And when she was working with Gypsy in prison, she was all for her. And she got a lot of Gypsy's information. Gypsy allowed her to get her medical records and all this stuff. And she has been slow. And then, I'm just jumping to the end. She got in a fight with Gypsy's stepmother, Christy, and so now she is against Gypsy and Christy and has a lot to say about it. So let's watch what she has to say about Gypsy's splits.
Called it. I called it. I called it before it happened. I called it before she married him.
We all called it. It's nothing special, Fancy. We all called it. Every single one of us called it. There was just, I don't think, I could say there are a few that wanted to believe it, but I think deep down in everybody's heart and soul, they called it. Sorry, Jen.
I called it when she was going to marry Ken. I said it was a really bad idea for her to get married while in prison. I was the only one that gave a shit. Her parents sure.
Boy, this is hard to listen to. Ugh.
Shit didn't fucking care. But now, here we are. Here we are. 3 months out of prison, and they are now separated. And I'm going to call the next thing, too, that she's going to say. She's going to tell us that he was controlling.
And Fancy, we all called that. She's acting like she acts like she knows way more than the average bear, and she probably does know more about the case, but she's not psychic. She doesn't know everything. We can all be, I always call myself the guessing psychic. I have a 50-50 chance, right? So Fancy, you're the guessing psychic. You have a 50-50 chance. Actually, with this, I think it was a 90-10 chance, but whatever. Let's see what she's doing. I haven't actually looked over. I just pulled up her network. I didn't really look around too much, but let's see what Fancy is up to. Let's look at the videos first. The Good Wives release their first book on Gypsy. Oh, did you guys know that a book has been released? Make sure you guys can see it. I can't read it. The heck? Okay, let's see what it is. The Good Wives Honors. You okay, Bubba? Mm-hmm. Christina L. Purdy. Happy birthday. Wait. What does this have to do with the book? I thought we were going to. Happy birthday, our beautiful friend. A wise woman once said, "Oh, come on. Are you serious? She was our dearest friend, partner, and fellow good wives." Oh, okay. She is the one that passed away. Now available as a pre-order on Amazon. They wrote about their friend. It's not about Gypsy. She was instrumental in creating this book and inspiring many topics for the future. We hope you can tell her Brooklyn accent in the book and her lovely sarcastic tone. Her intelligence can only be matched by her heart. It's our hope you enjoy the entire works. But no, our lovely Christina passed away due to long-term complications as a result of the vid. She worked tirelessly and selflessly for the betterment of true crime and entertainment community for the company itself. That was written by Colleen. Is it in the... Let's see. I'm going to bring you over to the book. It's over here on Amazon. the companion to The Good Wives Guide to True Crime, the Schmurder of Dee Dee Blanchard, the companion to The Good Wives Guide to True Crime, Book 1. Oh, there's a 1? In 2019, 3 ladies who had only met online in a Facebook group discussing Gypsy Rose Blanchard, Nicholas Godejohn, and the Schmurder. Gosh, I'm just like blurting out the M word. I'm trying to stay monetized. When they put your video on, they flag it and they put it on, like, it's basically demonetized. You earn like 3 cents on a video or a live. So I'm trying not to say these words. All right, so the first season of The Good Wives Guide to True Crime took a deep dive look at the Schmurder of Dee Dee Blanchard based on our own private investigations, research, and personal relationships with both the Blanchard and Godejohn families, as well as with both inmates. Fancy, Colleen, and Christina worked directly with Christy Blanchard for 3 years on a project this really needs to be spell checked in grammar. We still have in the works. I don't do that to people, but if it's like you're buying it, then I think it should be correct. However, I mean, like, I'm not a grammar spell Nazi because I'm horrible myself, but I just think this should have been proofread. This companion book transcribes each episode. Our beloved Christina passed away in February of 2020. Colleen and Fancy have carried on keeping her memory alive. In this book, Colleen and Fancy will provide updates and commentary on each episode, share stories of their memories with Christina, and even drop some exclusive new evidence that breaks this case open in a colossal way. I know they want to honor their friend, but maybe not so much about Christina. Let's see what the first companion looks like. I'll put this in the description too if you want to take a look at it, or if you're interested in me. Shrew, $9.99. How much was the other one? It's an online book, $9.99. Holy schmoly. Like, does it say how long it is? How many pages, or like, how do I find that out? Because it doesn't tell you. Oh, wait, see all details. Let's see. I guess it doesn't tell you how long it is, but does that seem pricey to you? It seems pricey to me. Because, like, this one for the Kindle was $9.99. Ooh, the audiobook is free with a membership trial. Hardcover is $74.44. What? Paperback $17.89. Yikes. Oh wait, this is something else. Whoops, that's something else. That's the History of Man series book. Gosh, I was almost falling over because of the price. But I still think $9.99 is expensive for a Kindle. What are all formats? Just Kindle. Book 1 of 1. The companion. Here's the companion 2. Where's the first companion? This is the first. This says the second. Well, anyway, I will put the link to that in the description. Let me know if you guys want me to get it and do something with it with you guys. Let's go back to the Good Wives Network. And where am I at with time? 51 minutes? Okay, I'll keep going. All right. Okay, so this was the video, the latest. Does this say anything? No music. I don't even use music anymore in my own videos because I always get flagged. I like use everything in Canva and I pay for it, but I get flagged and then I have to prove that I paid for it every single time I do a video with music. So I don't even bother doing it anymore. So yeah, it's not really saying anything. What else? She says, I ain't a bee until you make me one. Gypsy Rose expose, debunking medical child abuse, chromosome disorder. Looks like she was debunking some of. Looks like she. Let's see what a popular video is. Inside the Nightmare of Gypsy Rose Blanchard, Gypsy's full and unedited. That was 4 years ago. 4 hours. I did a 24-hour live, and that was like, what was I thinking? See what she has on her shorts. A Gypsy Rose bingo card. Gypsy Rose gets matching tattoos with her ex. There's the split one. Oh, this is the one I wanted to look at. So, you know, Ryan was working with Fancy, and they did this weird video where they I think Ryan was Gypsy or Nicholas, and she had like a knife or a supposed knife, and she was like acting like she was thrusting it forward. I won't say the word. And then one of them counted the amount of times that Dee Dee was harmed. It was really something. And then they got into a fight, and Ryan said that she felt like she met Fancy so that she could be put in touch with Christy all along. That was like how the universe wanted it to work out, that her and Christy would be friends, Ryan. And Ryan changed her tune. It was really pro Gypsy. And now let's see what it is.
I hope this gets to every fucking creator I called out. I'd kiss him fuck. Christy fucking Blanchard. Ass. Reddit snark. What's up, bitches? Kiss him fuck Thea. Kiss him fuck April. Fuck Christy fucking Blanchard. Fuck her. Fuck you. Fuck her. Give a fuck. Give a fuck. There's a fuck. Harassment bullying my ass, bitch. Bitch. See me on YouTube, bitch. YouTube, bitch. Look at that right here.
Ooh, oopsie. I would say that she is not happy with Christy. Let me see. What is her name? How do you spell her name? Let me put that into the search and see. Christy Blanchard. Ryan is her name. Ryan Lee. Okay, let me see if I can find her really quick. Oh, I see here that Fancy is back on TikTok. She's Spicy Red 92. Let me see if I can find Ryan. No, I don't see her. and I just saw her the other day. Is she not on TikTok anymore? That's weird. I don't know if she has a name for her channel or if it's just Ryan Lee. Oh, well. We'll talk about her another time. That'll be a topic we can cover. But yeah, Fancy is fighting with some people. Let me see if it says in the description. Why can't I find her? That's weird. Does anyone know? Is she off of TikTok now? Like Fancy's network is gone? Ryan Lee TikTok? No. I don't see her. Does anybody follow Ryan? She's too much for me. Like I don't like, I like to say swear words, but I use them for moments when I think they add something to the conversation. It's not just every word. I mean, I love a good swear word. All right, let's move on. And this is just kind of a round robin of hodgepodge of what Gypsy is doing. Let's talk about her trying to donate to Habitat for Humanity. Please be sure to give this live a thumbs up. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you. Junie, do you know how annoying that is? He's extra spicy because he's going through his first molt. He's going to be 1 year old on the 6th of this month. Can you believe it? We're going to have a little party for him. Just, he and I and the internet and our parasocial friends. And also, I want to look at this. Gypsy's mother and father had some more babies, so he's a big brother. And so these are Gypsy's baby brother and sisters.
Give me a kiss. Let me see the baby. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Give me a kiss.
There's 6 of them.
Can I see the babies? Look at the pretty baby.
So right here, this one right here is Junie's father, and his name is Cash. And that's why Junie is Junebug Cash. I gave him his dad's name. And then over here, this is his mother, and she's a little pineapple green cheek, and his dad is a yellow-sided green cheek conure. And the pineapples are more expensive than the regular ones. And she had 6 children. His mom's name is Money. The breeder said she has a thing for money. So the mom's name is Money or Mooney. I don't know which one it is. And these are the naked chickens. There's 2 of them that are the pineapple, like his mother, and the rest are like his father. And she is selling them. So if you're interested, let me know. Getting a bird is a huge responsibility, though. So, okay. Going back, let's talk about her trying to donate to Habitat for Humanity instead of just donating to Habitat for Humanity. Gypsy Rose Blanchard denied volunteer for Lafayette Habitat for Humanity. Let me pull that up. So here, up here, you see Gypsy wrote, oh shoot. Here she wrote, get back to the start. Tried giving back to the community. Where's the first start of it? I got it backwards. Here it is. No. Where is the original where she said she was trying to give back to the community? Well, anyways, she emailed the Habitat for Humanity and asked that if she and Ryan could volunteer. And it says, "Hi, Gypsy Rose and Ryan. Thank you for your interest in volunteering at the Restore with Lafayette Habitat for Humanity on March blank. Our office previously received an email from Blake, the producer who is filming the documentary spotlighting your news." Isn't it interesting that she was going to do that for the series? God. They probably sat around and said, wouldn't it be great if you went and volunteered for Habitat for Humanity? It would be so touching and like a full circle and everybody would love you. Would everybody love me? Yes, Gypsy, everybody would love you. Well, we understand that you are both entering a new phase of your lives. They said no. While we understand that you are both entering a new phase of your lives, we are unable to provide you with an opportunity to volunteer with our affiliate Lafayette Habitat values the partnerships we have established with our local volunteers, customers, and staff, and would not want to compromise these relationships by exposing them to filming or any affiliation with you. No, with the project. So then Gypsy decided to reply to that. And she says, "Hello, thank you for taking time to email me. I understand your response to filming and absolutely respect that. Would you all be open to me and my husband volunteering off camera? Or can I make a generous donation? I would love to be able to get..." Junie, stop it now, or you're going in the other room. "Or can I make a generous donation? You're not even supposed to be over there. I would love to be able to give back to the community and share my appreciation for the wonderful work that Habitat for Humanity brings. Making amends for the past has weighed heavy on my heart and would like nothing more than to help in this." And basically they said no. They said no. I will not be doing that. And here we see, like, this was a brochure on their page, and it shows be part of the change, get involved today. And there's a brochure, and it just basically says you can donate. They give you a place to send the check, or they allow you to, volunteer, which they've asked her not to do. But she could have just showed up. She could have just volunteered. She, without a camera, like just came without a camera and just, or she could have just donated, right? Just did the old silent donation. It's a good choice. Let's look here over at the cutting board and see what she has to say. Oops. I gotta get it up on the screen.
There's lumber, lights, all kinds of things for your house. And anybody can shop there, at least the one here. Anyone can shop there. It doesn't just have to be people who are building Habitat for Humanity homes, but it's just, a way to raise money for Habitat for Humanity. It's almost like a thrift store of home improvement.
Junie.
Our office previously received an email from Redacted, the producer who is filming the documentary spotlighting your new season in life. While we understand that you are both entering a new phase of your lives, we are unable to provide you with an opportunity to volunteer with our affiliate, Lafayette Habitat values the partnerships we have established with our local volunteers, customers, and staff, and would not want to compromise those relationships by exposing them to filming or any affiliation with this project. We have notified Redacted of our decision and wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. Volunteer Department, Lafayette Habitat for Humanity. So, yeah. And then she emails this, and I'll put this here. Hello, thank you for taking time to email me. With her little apology, like, to my family, my dad, my husband, all I am is just Gypsy, and they love me for being who I am. That's poorly written. Okay. She said, number one, to all the people that I offended with a lack of accountability the first month or so that I was out of prison and the lack of accountability in my interviews, I'm sorry, I'm learning. I take accountability for my part, and I'm saying this right now. I'm taking accountability. I did a bad thing. That's not... Anybody can say they take accountability. She needs to show it with her actions. She said she was going to add.
She's just proving that, you know, everybody is saying that you can say you're taking accountability, but you need to show it. I also want to show some funny things that are going on. Here's one.
Little girl's life. Just like Gypsy Rose's mom tried faking her daughter's cancer, recently a mom from Ohio named Pamela was running the same horrible scheme with her 7-year-old daughter. Starting all the way back in 2017 when her daughter was just 20 months old, Pamela began lying to everyone, so Gypsy Rose Blanchard may have just helped save this little girl's life. Just like Gypsy Rose's mom tried faking her daughter's cancer, recently a mom from Ohio named Pamela was running the same horrible scheme with her 7-year-old daughter. Starting all the way back in 2017 when her daughter was just 20 months old, Pamela began lying to everyone, telling them that her daughter had been diagnosed with terminal leukemia. Over the next few years, Pamela began to do everything that she could to maintain her lie, intentionally shaving her daughter's hair off, forging her daughter's medical records, even feeding her daughter's seizure medications that she didn't need. You see, Pamela apparently did all of this.
This sounds like she took a page out of Dee Dee's book.
For money. As time went on, she kept announcing to friends, family, and the internet about her daughter's worsening condition, seeking donations from them. By lying about things like her daughter going blind, over the years, Pamela was able to successfully obtain tens of thousands of dollars for herself. But just recently, 7 years after Pamela first began her scheme, a school nurse suddenly noticed that her daughter wasn't actually blind. With how famous the Gypsy Rose case has been lately, she suspected.
So it seems like people are more aware of the Munchausen by proxy disorder, and they've got an eye out for it. So I guess in a sense she did help. Let's move on. Okay. So here we have somebody that grew up with Gypsy Rose.
It's just a
Oh, not music.
Fun fact, I knew her. We lived in the Ronald McDonald house the same time they did, so we found her old wheelchair one day. We started playing in it. We ended up meeting her, and we would just hang out and play Old Maid.
It's just a
Fun.
So she was at the same Ronald McDonald house as Gypsy Rose, and they played together in a wheelchair. Wow. That must be so weird, right? Okay, let's move on. Down the Rabbit Hole at Bedtime is so funny, and I love her. And if you watch her channel, if she says something that's completely outrageous and you go, what? She's joking. She's got that kind of sense of humor. And I've been seeing some people saying that Gypsy Rose is with Pete Davidson. And so I just wanted to show you some of the funny things.
Welcome down the rabbit hole, friends. Only a few days ago, we learned that Gypsy Rose Blanchard separated.
And her pictures where she puts the head on the pictures are just cracking me up.
From her husband, Ryan Anderson. But this morning, additional shocking information was released by a national news source. They captured Gypsy
He's even right there. I don't know why that makes me laugh.
Rose hanging out with Pete Davidson's Fire D.
What?
Be careful.
Pete Davidson, I'm going to tell you that it is rumored that his D is fire. Like, it's rumored that Yeah, I've read articles that nobody complains about Pete. And that's all I'll say. And he wears loose things, thank God. Don't you hate when people wear tight these and then you see, I don't like it.
Gypsy, you're moving too quickly, girl.
Why put material over it? Just let it hang out if you're going to show it like that.
Girl, and I'm afraid that you might end up with fire crotch. But yes, Pete has been spotted out on the town with Gypsy, even taking her on a magic carpet ride. Gypsy's seen so little of the world that I'm sure this was exciting for her. But I have to wonder what her parole officer thinks about this level of risk taking. She should not be driving a magic carpet while she takes selfies, people. But what
That is so dangerous. She should have let Ryan drive.
Personally find even more disturbing is this.
Or I mean Pete.
What the heck? Kanye, just
I've been watching this all the way. I'm sorry, that is so funny. Woo!
Stop. You don't
feel so good to laugh again, you guys.
Need Kim's sloppy seconds anymore. Always trying to get back with the Kardashians.
I like that dress that she wore that day. I like dresses that have a lot of stuff, but it's all one color, or it's black if it's black, and like I like body color stuff.
Messing with the people in Kim's orbit. You're better than this, Kanye. And many of you also know claims are being made that Gypsy is on OnlyFans. And to this I say,
so that's another thing. Gypsy Rose is supposed to be on OnlyFans now. And it appears she's going to get her money any way she can, right? Let me make sure that I covered everything because I did skip around quite a bit. I usually put my stuff in order, but I decided to skip around mid. I think that's all I have. You guys, I think that's all I have. I'm so happy that you were here, and I'm so glad that I was able to do a live that wasn't, so serious. And I want to say thank you to my subscribers and viewers for sticking with me during this difficult time. I've been kind of an emotional mess, and I'm sorry about that. This really struck me in a way that I was having a hard time controlling. I want to welcome everybody to, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you don't need to know. You don't want to know. But I want to say thank you so much to my subscribers. I want to say thank you so much to the members, Jen and Miss Murdow, aka Tink. Sometimes she's Miss Tink and sometimes she's Miss Murdow, so I'm not really sure which you prefer, my love. So I put them both. And I'd like to invite you to become a member. It's I think $2.99. I don't want to say that it's not a huge amount because some people $2.99 is a huge amount, but I tried to make it as low as I could. I sometimes I release videos early over there. I have some videos up there. I'm going to do some lives over there that are more about me. For the members, if you want to get to know me a little bit better, me and Junebug and Maybelline. And I just do special shout outs, and I'm just learning the members area. But thank you so much to the pioneers that decide to become my Parawoman members. Whether you do it or you don't, I understand if you can't, because I mean, I can't really go spend $2.99 on other pages. So I get it. If you choose me, I feel extra special. If you can't choose me, I get it. I get it. Thank you, Crystal, for your super chat. Or is it a super sticker? I think it's a super chat. Oh, I'm also working on the little emojis for the members. I'm trying to come up with some new ones. If you have any ideas, I'd love to hear about it. And I'll probably be putting some stuff up in my community page to get your ideas. But that's what's going on. I'm working on Nicole Kessinger and slash a mistress video. I'm working on a Watts mistress video. Yeah, so I'm going to go. I'm so grateful for you guys. I love you guys so, so much. You're my parasocial friends, and you mean the world to me. And if nobody's told you this today, I'm going to tell you this. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.